My name is Chris Williams, and I am the founder and director at Agento, the digital agency. I started my business in 2011, and at the time I was a resident of Sarasota County, but I'm gonna use the term resident kind of loosely because I was homeless. So could have been a whole lot worse. I had a vehicle, so I spent, you know, month or two sleeping in my car, and so I wasn't actually on the street, thank God. But I did that for a couple months, and did some odd jobs to make the money to move into an extended stay, the Whitfield Motel over by the Sarasota Airport, if you're familiar. And I lived there for about a year, a little under a year, and I started my business at the Whitfield Motel. At about a year into it, I'd say I started realizing maybe I got something here, Found an opportunity to move into an apartment complex over off of University. Didn't realize then, but I know now, was a one-stop housing property. And so a major upgrade from the motel, and affordable. And I lived there for years. I lived there for 4 or 5 years, with my daughter, and grew my business into an actual business. And, God's been good to me. The community's been good to me. And it has this culture that is thriving and that I'm proud of, and is being recognized in the community for business success, but also for a commitment to the community. And these are things that I'm proud of, and things that drive me. We employ wonderful, incredible young men and women. And first, it's a thrill to just be able to employ people and give them an opportunity to work and to earn money and to fulfill, to be satisfied in their work and fulfilled in their work. Everybody that works at Agento has aspirations, and I want to help them to get to that place, whether that's running a business or running a nonprofit, or that's core to the ethos of the agency. And I think it's kind of helped it thrive over the years. When I lived in the motel, I had a friend that on Thanksgiving Day brought me a plate of food. And because I was so hungry, it was like the best plate of food I'd ever had in my life. Like, it was so delicious. And so because of that, in 2015, I started a tradition of feeding as many people for Thanksgiving as I possibly can. And the goal there is to just give as many people as I can that feeling of calm, that feeling of peace, that even if temporary, that I experienced that night in the motel. And it's one of my favorite times of the year. I'll say this, Dr. King once talked about the belief that everybody should pick themselves up by their bootstraps. We should all pick ourselves up by our bootstraps, but it was a cruel jest to ask a bootless man to pick himself up by his bootstraps. If you are willing and you are given opportunities, then you can build anything you want. But we've got to get to a place where those opportunities are level, and where more and more people have those opportunities. My mission, my goal is to help level the playing field, and to help other individuals who maybe are coming up the way that I had to come up, start their business the way I had to start my business, and making sure that they have the same opportunities that I got and I was able to maximize. So that's my story.